What up, y'all? This is your boy, Mr. Downtown Melo, and you're listening to the Entertainment Report for Friday, April 24th, 2015, delivering some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook or on Twitter, facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo, that's RAYMELO, or on Twitter at The Enter Report. You can listen to the show anytime you want on iHeartRadio or any iHeartRadio apps. Just search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Sawyer Sweeten, who played Jeffrey Barone, one of the twin sons on CBS's Everybody Loves Raymond, is dead after committing suicide. His family confirmed he was 19 years old. Sweeten was visiting relatives in Texas when he shot himself in the head on Thursday. Sweeten starred on the CBS series with his brother Sullivan, who played Michael Barone, and sister Madeline Sweeten, who played older sister Allie. In a statement, Madeline said the family is devastated. This morning, a terrible family tragedy has occurred. We are devastated to report that our beloved brother, son, and friend Sawyer Sweeten took his own life. He was weeks away from his 20th birthday. At this sensitive time, our family requests privacy, and we beg of you to reach out to the ones you love. Everybody Loves Raymond star Ray Romano, Patricia Heaton, Brad Garrett, Doris Roberts, and Peter Boyle, and ran on CBS from 1996 to 2005. Sweeten's acting credits outside Raymond were scant, but included appearances in Frank McCluskey's CI and an episode of the series Even Stevens. Sweeten was born in Brownwood, Texas on May 12, 1995. Everybody Loves Raymond centered around sports writer Ray Barone, played by Romano, and his wife Deborah, played by Patricia Heaton, who lived in Long Island next to Barone's parents, meddling mother Marie, played by Doris Roberts, and the crass, cantankerous family patriarch Frank, played by Peter Boyle. The series often revolved around the tensions between Deborah's efforts to put distance between her family and the overbearing, manipulative Marie. The series, still popular in syndication, received a total of 69 Emmy nominations and won 15 awards. Longtime Time magazine film critic Richard Corliss died at the age of 71 Thursday after suffering a stroke last week. Time.com published a powerful tribute piece for Corliss Friday, beginning, quote, to any fan or friend who would ask whether a new movie was worth seeing. Time film critic Richard Corliss had a succulent reply: everything's worth seeing. He meant it. Corliss was Time's movie critic for 35 years, posing a sheer joy of watching movies and writing about them. Richard Zoglin said he savored it all, the good, the bad, the indifferent, except that he was indifferent to nothing, to any fan or friend who would ask whether a new movie was worth seeing. Kim Richards, the Real Housewife of Beverly Hills star, who was arrested last week on charges of public intoxication, trespassing, resisting an officer, and battery on an officer stemming from an alleged drunken meltdown at the Beverly Hills Hotel, bolted from an interview with Dr. Phil McGraw, according to a promotional clip from an upcoming episode of Dr. Phil, in which he discusses the incident. In the clip, an emotionally agitated Richards declared, "I'm beating myself up over this." McGraw asked her, "Are you living a lie telling everyone you've been sober for 3 years?" Things hit a boiling point when McGraw told the mother of four, "You are drunk in a bar fighting with a cop. That's not good mothering." Richards asked before abruptly standing up and leaving the room, Is this an intervention?" According to the Beverly Hills Police Department, Richards is accused of causing a disturbance at the restaurant of the Beverly Hills Hotel and was asked to leave by staff. While being escorted off the property, Richards asked to use the bathroom, then refused to leave. Police said that Richards, who was, quote, displaying symptoms of alcoholic intoxication, cursed at the police when they arrived and, quote, passively resisted arrest, then kicked one of the policemen in the leg after being transported for booking. The Dr. Phil interview with Richards airs April 28th. On the Today Show Friday, Dr. Oz defended himself by saying his TV show is much more than a medical lecture program, and it, quote, will survive attacks from other doctors. Oz said it's much broader than a medical lecture series. People don't want to sit there and be hounded about information that's irrelevant to their lives, at least they may perceive as irrelevant. It's all about celebrating life and getting to them when they live. Oz says that the doctors who have called him a quack have cleared GMO bias, and that when he covers medical topics, his great medical staff backs him up. He also defended his television performance when he often used words like breakthrough and miracle. He said, "I'm proud of all those words," admitting that the only time he made a mistake was supporting weight loss products. Addressing the doctors who wrote a letter calling him to be removed from Columbia University's medical school board, Oz said, You're not going to please everyone. That's not my goal. He also added, My job is to help America understand the opportunity towards health. On Thursday, 8 members of the Columbia Medical Facility authorized a USA Today op-ed defending Dr. Oz in his faculty position while also acknowledging he often promotes unproven methods. One part of the op-ed said, The weakness in the professional balance sheet of Dr. Oz's Pixel practice should not in and of themselves disqualify him from his day job as a professor in the Department of Surgery at Columbia University. Correspondent Jake Tapper has been named the host of CNN's signature Sunday political show, State of the Nation, the network announced Friday. Tapper, who also hosts The Lead Monday through Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, will host both shows. His appointment as host comes as a replacement to Candy Crawley, who left the show and CNN at the end of 2014. Tapper will start in June. The veteran political reporter and anchor is respected on both sides of the political aisle, growing a reputation as a tough but fair interviewer. Tapper said, I couldn't be more excited about this election season and the new platform I will have at CNN to cover it. State of the Union has a rich tradition, and I hope not only to build on its history, but expand the definition of what a Sunday show can be. My deepest thanks to Jeff for the confidence he continues to show in me, and to the colleagues at CNN for the incredible support on air and off that I have received since beginning this adventure 2 years ago. Tapper has made veteran issues a major point of his coverage, playing a large part in CNN's Peabody Award coverage of the VA scandal in 2014 that saw veteran hospitals with horrendous wait times for appointments. His appointment to the Sunday show scene beefs up with the competition heading into the 2016 race. Since taking over David Gregory, Chuck Todd has helped lift NBC's Meet the Press ratings to the point of the occasional first-place win, but more importantly, a competitive position. CBS's Face the Nation is still number one, but with Bill Schaefer retiring this summer and John Dickerson taking over, the Sunday field is wide open. Top candidates will likely hit all the major shows, but CNN has even more of an edge now to book high-profile candidates and surrogates with a respected Tapper in the Sunday anchor chair. Before joining CNN in 2012, Tapper served as a senior White House correspondent at ABC News. When Brian Williams was first suspended in February, NBC News' D.C. bureau journalists expressed strong opposition to his return. According to the Washington Post, staffers in D.C. held a contentious meeting with network president Deborah Turnus, wherein they told her Williams' exaggerations of his Iraq reporting had harmed the credibility of NBC News, disqualifying him from returning to the anchor chair. Turnus reportedly met with journalists in New York and Washington to answer questions and take the temperature of staffers. The Post reports the tone of the meeting was a, quote, bloodbath, while another person in attendance described the atmosphere as, quote, very raw. Attendees told the Post that the two of the people who spoke out against Williams were on-air correspondents. The journalist told Turnus that the Williams scandal made them feel embarrassed to work with sources and identity as NBC News employees. The recent reports suggest Williams had become frustrated with the ongoing ambiguity as to whether he will return to the anchor chair and wants NBC to spell out exactly when he will return. So far, NBC News has not updated Williams or the wider world on its internal investigation findings, or if the investigation into Williams' previous reporting is ever finished. As Insider told the Rap News, NBC News' chairman Andrew Lack, who has a very good relationship with Williams, is a deliberated executive and will make the best decision for the news division's future. The Insider said Lack won't reach impulsively to bring Williams back as a result of nightly news dropping in the reins behind ABC World News Tonight with David Muir since Williams' suspension. NBC News declined for comment. Spoiler alert. Grey's Anatomy delivered a crushing blow on Thursday by killing off one of ABC's drama's most beloved characters. After being a staple on the show for over a decade, Patrick Dempsey played the hero for the last time as Dr. Drew Shepard saved the lives of 3 young people after a car crash, only to be gravely injured himself in a tractor-trailer collision. Fans prayed that McDreamy would pull through, but by the time wife Meredith Grey, played by Ellen Pompeo, arrived at the remote hospital, which the doctors claimed was not a trauma center, he was already brain dead. Meredith was forced to pull the plug on the love of her life and the father of her children, causing viewers to collapse into a flood of tears and via Twitter. One user wrote, crying my eyes out. I don't think I can ever feel happiness again. My soul is destroyed. Another distraught fan tweeted. Another noted, I bet Seattle Grace has the record for most dead employees, referring to the long list of characters who have been killed off. Some fans even vowed that they were done after one of the most romantic couples on television had been ripped apart. In a related story, series creator Shonda Rhimes immediately released a statement following the show's East Coast airing of Grey's Anatomy. Derek Shepherd is and will always be an incredibly important character for Meredith, for me, and for the fans. I absolutely never imagined saying goodbye to our McDreamy. Patrick Dempsey's performance shaped Derek in a way that I know we both hope became a meaningful example. Happy, sad, romantic, painful, and always true, of what young women should demand for modern love. His loss will be felt by all. Now Meredith and the entire Grey's Anatomy family are about to enter uncharted territory as we head into this new chapter of her life. The possibilities for what may come are endless. As Ellis Grey would say, the carousel never stops turning. There have been mounting speculations that Dempsey would be exiting Grey's Anatomy after season 11, and on Thursday's episode, McDreamy broke fans' hearts once again with his shocking exit. After over a decade on the hit Shondaland medical drama, Dr. Shepherd came to the rescue for the last time, saving lives but ultimately losing his own during the aptly named episode How to Save a Life. Following an absence from the ABC show, with McDreamy having been shipped off to Washington, D.C., his character dominated every scene on Thursday night, right up to the shocking twist when he died. Dempsey has discussed his Grey's exit before, telling the Portland Press-Herald in November that he was leaving the show very soon. Rapper Kanye West deleted all mentions of Tidal, Jay-Z's music streaming service, from his Twitter feed before a post late Wednesday night. The rapper, producer, and entrepreneur helped launch Tidal back in March along with Jay-Z, Beyonce, Madonna, and Nicki Minaj. West tweeted during the launch, "Together we can turn the tide and make music history. Start by turning your profile page blue, #Tidal for all." But it would appear West is distancing himself from the company, having scrubbed any mention of it from his Twitter account, as first noted by Digital Spy prior to a tweet of the Tidal graphic posted Wednesday night that read, "The love of music is louder than words." Tidal has experienced ongoing internal problems as of late, having recently announced that CEO Andy Chen was leaving, as well as a number of employee layoffs. The news prompted Jay-Z and singer Jack White to personally call Tidal users to assure them the company was still on track. That didn't stop fellow musicians Ben Gibbard of Def Cab for Cutie and Mumford & Sons from slamming Tidal in separate interviews. Gibbard said, "I think they totally blew it by bringing out a bunch of millionaires and billionaires and propping them up on stage and then having them all complain about not being paid. That's why this thing is going to fail miserably." Marcus Mumford said, "We wouldn't have joined it anyway even if they asked. We don't want to be tribal." Tidal launched last year and was bought by Jay-Z in January. The newly relaunched app is seen as a rival to Spotify, though it doesn't have a free ad-supported version. Standard definition streaming starts at $9.99 a month, and a high-definition audio version that goes for $19.99. The service is aiming to differentiate itself from competitors like Spotify by locking down exclusive streaming windows with artists. Beyonce recently released an exclusive track on the service to coincide with her and Jay-Z's 7th wedding anniversary. Representatives for West did not immediately return for comment. Universal Pictures' presentation at the annual CinemaCon convention in Las Vegas was a hit with exhibitors, judging from excited discussions among movie exhibitors afterwards. Universal opened by trumpeting the billion-dollar gross of Furious 7 and closed with the rip-roaring extended trailer for Jurassic World, which pits Chris Pratt against a new dinosaur even more ferocious than the T-Rex of Jurassic Park. This new predator isn't just killing for food, it's killing for sport. The film may be too intense and scary for young children, but everyone else will likely be on the edge of their seats as director Colin Trevorrow conjures the magic of Steven Spielberg's original. Chris Meledandri introduced Universal and Illumination's Minions, which is expected to be the biggest animated movie of the summer. The footage explores the history of the Minions and introduces us to 3 of the little yellow guys, as well as the villainous Scarlet Overkill, voiced by Sandra Bullock. John Hamm and Michael Keaton are also part of the vocal ensemble. Meledandri then also introduced Illumination's 2016 animated movie, The Secret Life of Pets, which features an all-star voice cast including Lucy Kay, Kevin Hart, Eric Stonestreet, Jenny Slate, Dana Carvey, and Albert Brooks. We saw a glimpse of what happens when humans leave their pets at home for the day, including a fat cat with no appetite for feline food and a hoity-toity dog that likes heavy metal. F. Gary Gray brought out rap legends Ice Cube and Dr. Dre to introduce Straight Outta Compton, which looks dynamite. The film could prove to be a surprise awards contender along with Balthazar Kumakar's Everest, which boasts an excellent ensemble, including Josh Brolin, Jake Gyllenhaal, Jason Clarke, and John Hawkes. Based on a true story, Everest looks like an emotional survival story that will appeal to odd adults and like-minded thrill seekers. Universal showed off a handful of comedies, Ted 2, Trainwreck, and Sisters, all of which look very funny. Seth MacFarlane introduced the Ted sequel, saying he was glad to have Mark Wahlberg and Amanda Seyfried back. Of course, Seyfried wasn't in the first film, an oversight that MacFarlane joked as was a result of drinking too much. She plays a pot-smoking lawyer who helps Ted convince with his bride, Tammy Lynn. New England's Patriot quarterback Tom Brady has a cameo in the movie, which should boast ticket sales through Wahlberg's hometown of Boston. Amy Schumer followed and teased MacFarlane's for a Paul Blart joke that fell flat before introducing an extended trailer for Judd Apatow's Trainwreck. John Cena co-stars in the film as one of Schumer's serial lovers before she meets a Get Serious doctor played by Bill Hader. LeBron James co-stars as one of Hader's patients who also gives him romantic advice, while Colin Quinn plays Schumer's monogamy-adverse father. Cena popped up again in the trailer for Jason Moore's Sisters, which finds real-life BFFs Tina Fey and Amy Poehler playing siblings who don't seem to have grown up. With their parents selling their childhood home, they decide to throw a party, which means calling a drug dealer, Cena, to liven up the festivities. Universal also flew in Guillermo del Toro to introduce Legendary's Crimson Peak, a gothic horror film that stars Mia Wasikowska, Tom Hiddleston, and Jessica Chastain and Charles Humnan with practical effects. The film should scare up decent box office among the genre's crowds, which seems less impressed with M. Night Shyamalan's The Visit. The film didn't cost much, so it won't need to gross $1 billion like Furious 7 to turn a profit, but judging for the first trailer, Shyamalan's comeback remains on hold. With no stars, it represents a significant marketing challenge, but having said that, production company Blumhouse is full of surprises and deserves the benefit of the doubt. Pitch Perfect 2 director Elizabeth Banks introduced a sequel which adds an international element, as well as young starlet Haley Steinfeld, who seems to complement Anna Kendrick and Rebel Wilson quite nicely. On the news side, Universal's Donna Langley unveiled release dates for 50 Shades Darker and 50 Shades Freed, though she let Vin Diesel handle the release date honors for the next Fast and Furious movie. The 50 Shades sequel will hit theaters on February 10th, 2017 and February 9th, 2018, while Furious 8, not the actual title, will pull Ride or Die on April 14th, 2017. It took just 2 rounds to decide the outcome between former heavyweight champion Mike Tyson and hard-hitting Brooklyn Nine-Nine star Terry Crews on Thursday's episode of Spike's Lip Sync Battle. The Hangover star and the former NFL football player went head-to-head with another wildly entertaining episode on the instant Spike hit TV show. Tattoo-faced boxer opened the bout by gyrating in tight trousers to I Can Get No Satisfaction by the Rolling Stones, while Crews went back to the days when he was 12 years old and the song that made me a man by rapping Run DMC's Sucker MCs. For round 2, Tyson delivered his most shocking move since biting part of Evander Holyfield's ear off in 1997 by squeezing into leather pants for Salt and Pepper's Push It. Crews, however, upped even that by opting to strip to the waistline for his next performance and ripped his pecs provocatively to challenge Shania Twain while spinning around in white pants. Ultimately, Crews took the title and to snatch another win belt from Tyson's grip. Having already been renewed for Season 2, Lip Sync Battle started off as a segment on The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon and quickly turned into an internet sensation. The gag really took off when a clip went viral of Emma Stone absolutely schooling the Fallon with rapid blues travel lyrics and a bombastic DJ Khaled ludicrous rap. The coming-of-age drama Blackbird may raise eyebrows with its intimate same-sex encounters and Christian themes, but Oscar-winning actress Monique, who headlines the film as the mentally ill mother of a teenager struggling with his sexuality, will also spark dialogue. The Oscar-winning actress told The Wrap, It's going to save a lot of lives. I've hung around in the gay community since I was 16 years old, so I've got the chance to really hear their stories, and most of their stories were the same. My family can't accept me, or my mom's really religious. Blackbird centers on a deeply religious high school student in a small Mississippi town who struggles with the possibility that he may be gay. It co-stars newcomer Julian Walker as conflicted teen Randy Rousseau and the 100 actor Isaiah Washington as his father. Washington explained to the Wrap, "When I got to page 13 of the script, I wanted to be a part of this journey. I wasn't afraid to tell the truth." Washington produced the film and helped select the cast with director Patrick Ian Polk. They found their male young lead in a Mississippi college student, Walker, because no top African-American talent in Hollywood would sign on for the project. According to Polk, the actors who were reluctant to take the part cited anti-gay religious convictions and the movie's love scenes involving two men. In the film, Randy is a church singer who lives a straight-laced life, but he is guilty of one sin: erotic dreams about a handsome male classmate. Despite his prayers, Jesus won't make the dreams go away. Walker, who's openly gay, said he welcomed the role because it mirrored his life. Walker told the Wrap, "There was a lot of things that I could relate to with Randy. Coming out to my family and religious issues that I had to deal with when I was a child, I thought I was over it. I thought I wasn't still holding on to memories or feelings of how I felt. But doing the film, it was like therapy getting over it." Terrell Titford, Kevin Alisi, and Dee Woods round out the cast of the film, which is based on Larry Duplichan's novel by the same name. With its storyline about mental illness, homophobia, and Christians who try to pray the gay away, the film tackles several hot-button issues. Monique says the team behind Blackbird hopes it will change attitudes and encourage people who are struggling with their sexuality to be themselves. She said, "We just felt like it's time to let people know that it's okay to live in your truths with no apologies." And finally, during a preview of Bruce Jenner's upcoming interview with Diane Sawyer, the former Olympian tells her 2015 is going to be quite a ride. Sawyer debuted the new clip from her exclusive interview with the Kardashians reality star about his transition from male to female on Friday's Good Morning America. Sawyer asked Jenner what is one question she should ask that she was not already. Jenner replies, "Are you going to be okay?" When Sawyer proceeds with the question herself, Jenner says, "Yeah, I hope I'm going to be okay. I feel like I'm going to be okay." On Good Morning America, Sawyer reveals she also talked to members of Jenner's family from the highly anticipated 2-hour special premiering tonight, and during which Jenner is expected to formally state intentions to become a woman, although there has been little information on what Jenner will actually say. Sawyer says, "We talked to members of Jenner's family, including his little older sister, who tells us what she saw when they were growing up. And I think you're going to learn about family love. This is a family love story." A number of critics complain Jenner shouldn't be airing out the transitioning process in public, while others support it, claiming it will inspire people who are struggling with the decision, as well as the mental and emotional effects it may have on individuals embarking on the journey themselves. And as your entertainment report for Friday, April 24th, 2015, I'm your host, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo. I'll be back on Monday to deliver some of the major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook or on Twitter, facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo, that's RAYMELO, or on Twitter @The Enter Report. You can listen to this episode or any previous episodes of The Entertainment Report anytime you want on iHeartRadio or on the iHeart apps. Just search for The Entertainment Report and it'll take you to our page. Have a great weekend, everyone. I'll see you Monday. Bye.